You're making a new house or renovating your existing one. Do you actually need an architect? And how do you go about selecting the right architect for your home? Stick around and learn all about it from our elementary expert today. What's up, everyone? My name is Kritank, and welcome to another episode of Elementary Experts, where we teach you about many different things. And today, our elementary expert is Munish Takulia, who's an architect from the last 25 years. He really has the vision to help you make your dream home. So, thank you so much, Munish, for being here and taking out time from your busy schedule.
Thank you, Kritank. Thank you for inviting me for the talk. I'm very excited with this short talk we're going to have.
So let's start with the big one. Do we actually need an architect while, let's say, making a new home or renovating an existing one?
Kritank, if we talk about the late 80s, most people didn't understand the importance of an architect, or for that matter, is a professional required? Mostly, it is also a mindset. Why waste money on hiring a professional? So let me tell you, a professional can visualize the entire outcome on paper much before a single brick is laid and has total control over the project, whether big or small. Whereas a layman may not know the technical side and the design side and may end up doing something wrong and restarting again. So he has lost both time and money. And with the same money he has spent on rectifying the mistake which he did earlier, he could have very well hired a professional for that matter. Commonly, I have seen people asking the petty contractors and discussing about their ideas and taking suggestions from them. It's like asking a nurse about the heart operation. Imagine, you would do that? And how accurate would that be? I remember instances where I asked a client trying to renovate a 50-year-old house, and he gave me an old MCD approved plans for his buildings to work on. I insisted to measure the space, and though the client repeatedly told me there are no changes and it's the same as in the plans. After measuring, when we disclosed the various changes, he agreed they must have been done when he was 8 years old. In fact, he remembered a couple more after that. So, that these are the things which a professional can do. In the long run, you always save time and money on mistakes, and the professional can help you guide in right directions. Hence, saving costs, and practically his fees is free from the savings the customer makes.
I think that's a really funny one. I don't think anybody would consult a nurse in that situation. So how do you really go about selecting the right architect? Is there a procedure or a process that you recommend?
Now that you're convinced, let's go hiring an architect. Firstly, look at what your need is, whether it's residential or commercial or institutional or hospitality, and so on and so forth. Try to narrow it down. For example, if it's residential, whether it's a flat, floor, villa, or housing, say you have narrowed it down to a villa and that you have to add a floor. Now look for architects who do similar projects. Ask friends or relatives. Once you have shortlisted a few, visit them instead of calling them to your place. A common mistake people do, they start calling the architect to their place. Once at their office, take an interview, ask about similar projects, maybe ask a client list and talk to one or two later. See pics of the projects done by them, ask to see their degree. Yes, don't feel shy about it. I have seen so many people calling themselves architects just because they have hired one as a staff. Ask what they are currently working on, as you don't want them to be too busy with that project and not giving the appropriate time and attention it needs for yours. Visit one project or site with them. Yes, it's a little daunting if you have shortlisted 5 or 6 architects. And most importantly, see your comfort level, as you will be disclosing a lot of your personal info about your lifestyle when it goes into designing a space, especially a residence for that matter. Discuss your project and ask about the fees and what services the professional will provide, and have a contract. However big or small the project may be, it helps to bind both parties and helps build trust. So in the end, trust me guys, just go out there, Whatever your project may be, however big or small, just go out and hire an architect. He will not be costly, and I'm sure you're able to gain much more than by paying the initial cost to the architects, and your project would come out much more finer and better than doing it by yourself. Thank you so much, Kritang.
So thank you so much, Munish, for being with us here today. I think you shared some amazing little nuggets of information.
Kritang, it was a really nice short session we had today.
Of course, just as a reminder for all of you watching, don't forget to like and share this video, and of course subscribe to our channel for many more such videos. Do let us know in the comment section below on what other topics would you like to be educated more about. Thank you so much for watching and take care.